Now, if you like Bohrok as much as I do, then this episode's gonna be a good one. On this show, we love to spotlight MOCs from the Bionicle community and discuss some of the cool techniques and clever ideas in the hopes of inspiring you. And today we're going to be talking all things Bohrok, whether that's cool revamps of Bohrok or just clever ways of integrating some of the Bohrok's pieces into your own MOCs, or just Bohrok adjacent creations. So let's dive in. The first MOC we've got today is by Trick MOCs, and this is called Omega Parasite. Now, when I first saw this, I thought it was some kind of cool like mech suit for a Bohrok. And I mean, to some degree, it still could easily be one. And hey, you could even make something that looks very similar to this that is a mech suit. But judging by the name and the description for this on Instagram, I think this silver apparatus is more of a parasite that latches onto creatures and then drains them of their life force. Which is a really cool concept, although I promise there will be a mech suit Bohrok coming up later in the episode. Now, I get the sense that the blue lights at the top here, they're meant to be like the original eyes of this parasite. And you know, those cute little fangs that are digging into the Bohrok's head, I guess that supports that idea even more. Although, you know, maybe it doesn't even use these blue eyes anymore. Maybe instead it like sees through the Bohrok. And actually, speaking of the Bohrok, I do love the eye color change that they've done here. Of course, the original Bohrok set here had dark blue eyes, or trans dark blue eyes more specifically, but now they've changed it out for a more translucent color. That's cool, it looks a little bit more like hollow eyes of a zombie or something. Yeah, maybe that's just what a Bohrok looks like when you drain its life force. It's creative, it's clever. I do like this big mess of wires that all link up to the Bohrok's head, and I guess the rest of the body as well. It really does sell that parasite vibe, and you know, I have a lot of those wires just hanging around in my collection, not really doing much. So the fact that you can pack so many into a MOC like this, at least they finally get a bit of use. And I think the wires are probably the best feature on this MOC. So yeah, hey, if you've got some wires lying around, maybe do something like this. Yeah, I think this is a really original concept and just a very clever way of advancing on that original Bohrok idea. The apparatus around it looks so sick. Our second MOC today is called Boro Berserker, and it's a MOC built by Inspirations to Creations. I love the idea of a larger bruiser design for a Bohrok. It's fun, yeah, it feels a bit like a video game. You got your normal Bohrok, but if you level up enough, you can upgrade to the more powerful version. And doesn't this dude just look awesome? 4 arms and then each one having a different silver Bohrok weapon. Very cool, obviously he can tap into different powers there. And plus he also has his awesome neck strike function, moving that neck out and striking down Toa. Fantastic. And then we've got a kind of, I guess, chicken-like leg design here. Yeah, everything's menacing, everything's creepy, everything's cool. But my favorite detail has to be the inclusion of these Krana pieces on the feet. The way that they blend in with that green Levark weapon piece on the side so that it kind of creates this interesting circular design. That's just stunning. I love seeing Krana being used for armor or like decoration more so than being used as a mask or, you know, as a Krana itself on a Bohrok. Yeah, that entire design is just wonderful. So clean, so smooth, so organic, brilliant. Now, sadly, this dude can't roll up into a ball, which is a shame, but, you know, hey, I guess that's the trade-off for, you know, more power and more height. Anyway, yeah, I love this concept. Now for a Boro Var revamp, and this was built by Endon475. Yeah, you know, you just don't see too many people revamping these dudes. So the Boro Var, they were essentially like scouts for the Bohrok. They supplied Krana to Bohrok that had like lost their Krana or already used it or whatever. They were cute, they were cool. I very much enjoyed how they looked, especially as a kid. I thought they were adorable. Their funny little faces with the weird Bohrok pieces for their heads, super cute. But seeing a more buffed up version, well, it makes them look a lot more menacing more so than cute. I do like how they've changed up this head design, using 2 of those 2 cattle horn pieces there for teeth. Great idea. You know, of course, the original Boro Var, they didn't really have these on their heads, but the Bohrok did. So adding a little, like, kind of smaller version as a little callback to that, great idea. And then the way that they've changed up the eye design is wonderful. Instead of using the translucent Bohrok eyes, they've used some of these translucent claw pieces. And these claw pieces, they came on a set much like Umarak the Hunter. Yeah, the way that they blend together with that Bohrok weapon piece, it works very, very well. Honestly, I would say this design actually looks better than the original. I think it's fantastic. This larger hammer design is also very well done. And I do like how they've done the leg design here, using 2 of these 1x2 black lift arm pieces and then some T-bar pieces there to give it a little bit of posability. Very nice. This next MOC is simply titled The Plague Has Begun, and it was built by Orbitech MOCs. Dude, this is such a clean and well-crafted reimagining of a Bohrok. Yeah, the premise of the original, it's still very much here, but they've done all sorts of cool stuff to like revitalize it and to give it an almost bug or insect-like appearance, which works quite well. Yeah, for example, I love the changes to the feet. They've used this lime jumper piece that came on some of the Invasion from Below sets, But they've removed the black armor from it and are just using the base piece there. And doesn't that just work beautifully for a foot design? So clever. And then another clever detail is this eye design. So this specific eye is a printed boat stud piece that comes in yellowish green. And dude, how creepy does that print look? So like gnarly. Anyway, yeah, this comes from a hidden side set, this one right here. You can't really see it from this image, but it is in this set. It's kind of tucked away inside. But that works so well for a cool looking eye design on this MOC, and it is lovely to see some hidden side pieces getting a little bit of love. I feel like hidden side kind of gets pushed aside sometimes because, I don't know, I feel like the box art for those sets made people think it was a little less cool than it actually was. But hey, there were some great pieces, just like this eye piece here, and it is the perfect finishing touch to this Bohrok. And this also has its lovely function where it can launch the head forward and strike people down, and the windscreen can even fold down to reveal the Krana, so we can launch it forward. It's great that they packed in some of those core details. I don't believe this rolls up into a ball though, which is a little bit of a shame, but still, it looks nice. I like these added spikes coming out of the back, that's a really nice addition. And then giving the hands like blasters? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this is just a fantastic way to reimagine a Bohrok. Now, I promised you mech suits, so here's one. This is Exo Boro, and it's built by Sapphire is Here. So, if the Toa can have their own exo suits, well, there's no reason the Bohrok can't also have one. And dude, this Exo Force. Anytime I see a mech suit, I think of Exo Force. Rest in peace. Anyway, this Exo suit, it's so good. Yeah, the buzzsaw hands, they look pretty similar to what you would normally see on a more traditional Bohrok. So it's nice that they carried that over to the suit as well. Plus the way that the Bohrok loads into this Exo suit looks cool, and he can still launch out his neck even from the suit itself. That's lovely. But the best part, the suit can also roll up into a ball. Dude, the amount of functionality that this thing has is incredible. The fact that it essentially just looks like a larger extension of the body, that's so clever. I mean, it's hard enough to build a mech suit that looks this good, but to then also have it roll up and have cool functions and things, that's impressive all in itself. Yeah, this is just very, very well executed and very well done. And hey, it's also great to see a mostly Keytorange Bohrok being built here. Keytongu, of course, came with that Keytorange Bohrok windscreen piece, so yeah, you may as well use that and make yourself a Keytorange Bohrok. And finally, let's look at a MOC that uses Bohrok pieces to make something awesome. This is Wraith by Turaga Maxel. So we've got another MOC that uses one of the recolored Bohrok windscreen pieces that never actually appeared on a specific Bohrok set. So if you want this cool orange variant, you're going to need to buy the Hero Factory set Furno Bike. You can see it here on the front of the bike. The way they marbled in that orange into the trans-clear piece, it looks just like some of the other Bohrok headpieces. Really cool. But yeah, this face design. Beautiful green eyes, a big maw of teeth below this windscreen piece. It's so creepy looking. Now, sure, it's obviously taking some notes from a more traditional Bohrok head design, but it has been changed up enough to feel like its own unique character, and to feel like noticeably different enough from a Bohrok. So this MOC is on a stand, so it looks like it's kind of floating in the air. Yeah, the way that the tentacles are just ebbing and flowing out. It's a good look, and I really like these two like praying mantis style hands using two of these Vizok weapon pieces. Vizok actually had a great weapon. I love seeing it on a MOC here. You don't see it used all that often. Yeah, I just really love what this MOC is doing. So there you have it. That's a bunch of beautiful Bohrok MOCs today on this episode of the Bionicle Inspiration series. Be sure to check the links in the description below if you want to see more from the builders that I featured today. Also in the description below and on your screen right now is the submission email. So if you want to submit your own MOCs and have them get featured on the show, that's the way to do so. Otherwise, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy building, and bye for now.